you crafty people. Okay, I am still trying to organize everything. And my husband went to the Dollar Tree the other day, and he got me some turtles, and he said, I grabbed you both the boxes. I guess there was just a couple in one and some in the other, and he said, so I grabbed both boxes because I thought, maybe you'll need them. And I think I am, and they, you know, they have these little pieces right here, so I can put one on top of the other. I can glue these two down. And then I thought, what a great way to use up some of my scraps, because I don't think I've had this many scraps in a long time. In a very, very, very long time. Well, now, from the piece that I didn't finish, the lap book that I didn't finish, I had a lot of scraps and things that I took off to save for something else. So so that's a good bit of stuff right there. And then I had a lot of leftover Christmas stuff. So that I never got to do anything on those because there was just so much going on at Christmas time. And last year I did a great use up your Christmas paper stuff. So if you have a lot of extra Christmas stuff, get that out. Get that out. Look it up in my Christmas videos. And I think it's, don't throw that Christmas paper away or something to that effect. But I'm just kind of looking in here to see if there is anything. I mean, obviously I'll use up all of this stuff, but I was just seeing if there's anything that really floated my boat, but not. I do have all of this lined and polka dotted stuff, and then I also put that paper that I made in here. So I suppose I could use, although it's a watercolor paper and it's not like super, super thick or anything, so I don't think that will work very well for me. Let's see. So I do have, I have some yellow. Well, that's not very pretty. I have this yellow. I have a few strips of that. I've got, yikes, that yellow. And I think I might have scooped up, that's all Christmas, but I think in here I may have scooped up a few things that I could use as well. Let's see. Now those would be fun, wouldn't they? With the fairies. And that would be nice. Again, though, those aren't like super strong, but would still be nice. Still be nice to have. Okay. But yeah, we gotta get some scrappage. Gotta get some scrappage going. I don't know about you guys, but I am overloaded with scraps. I feel like I'm not doing my job well if I just can't seem to get this in the drawer. Okay, pull it out so I can see it better. Looks like I don't know why this one is giving me a hard time. Get in there. What the heck? Well, I pulled it out and I can't get it back in there. Okay. Well, we're just, I have never had that kind of problem with that before. Ever. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know I think the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do, and I'm just whipping through this, guys, because I got stuff to do. I have got stuff to do. So I am going to get this down. And I already know what I'm going to put in here. So this isn't like I'm, you know, just doing this. It's going to be on, kind of on my desk. And when somebody buys something from me, well, I give them a little baggie with some thank you stuff in it. And normally, just so you guys know, it's not things that I sell in my shop so much that I'm putting in the thank you bags. It's the things that I get that I don't really want to sell in my shop. Because I didn't get enough of it. You know, like if I got a little baggie of stuff from somebody and they may have, you know, 6 or 7 inches of this, 12 inches of that, maybe half a yard of something. I don't sell those. Now I am working on some grab bags, but you know, so I put those things so that they are getting used, and some of them are really pretty. But yeah, so you know, I give little thank you gifts, and that is getting pretty close to being dry. Come on. Okay, now I think this really ugly, I think I'm going to put this back along the back and then fold it around. So I'm going to take my pencil, because I want this to be I want this to be something that I will definitely use. Okay, let me cut this. All right, let's see how we did here. Yep, that'll work. So I'm going to flip this. Now, you can totally, I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit just to help hold this together. I'm going to do it down the sides. And that's just going to help it stay together. There we go. Let's do it down this side, because that glue certainly didn't do too well. And then this side. So that'll be all 4 corners, definitely getting a nice strengthening boost. Okay. All right, so we're just going to take... So what I'm doing now with the cardstock is trying to give it a little bit more strength, a little bit more stability. Let's see. So I'm going to put this right to the top. Lay it down. And then we're going to put that down. I do have just a little edge here that I'm going to cut off because it's not wanting to sit right. So let's just get some glue. And fold it over. And I can put my hand in here and push it down. Just a quickie, guys. Just a quickie. Because I want to get the stuff in here. I'm going to be putting, I think I told you, you know, the one is my little gifts that I give. The other one is that I do a lot with my scraps, and that's one reason I kind of stopped doing scrap videos. And I'll show you in a second here. I guess I never explained to you guys why I stopped doing scrap videos. Yeah. I have been using up my scraps by making these, which I did a video on them, but if somebody orders twine from me, then they get it wrapped around this. If they order like something that will fit around these. Now these were, this was a template that I got. But, you know, I make these, you know, just whatever I need to make for what, you know, like I use this as a template, and I just make my pages with all the extra paper, and then I draw it out, usually on the back, and cut it out. Takes a while, but, you know, that's kind of what I've been using my scraps for now, instead of, you know, making something else maybe possibly useful with them. So yeah, so I'm sorry I did stop doing that, and I know you guys, but there will be times that I will do some scrap paper stuff. Okay, now this I'll be able to get both pieces out of. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this around. This will be interesting. Ha! This will be interesting. But I'm going to go ahead and lay this down solid. And where did I put my pencil? Right here. I'm gonna all right, and then why? Because that is, okay. There's that one. And this one needs to be lower. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this. That's probably good enough. Okay, so there's one. All right, let's see. I am, I'm going to cut this right about there. What I'm doing is I'm going to have it come up and fold over to right where this ends off. And then I'm going to cut it to, you know, get down underneath and everything. So I will show you. Okay, so here's the front. And I'm going to go ahead and take off the backing on both sides here. And I'm not cutting off the edges because you're not going to be able to see them. And let's do, let's see, I'm going to wipe this glue off. You know how much I love it on my hands. Let's just start on one side. So I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to fold it over where it's on the one side, okay? Then poke in okay. Okay, there's that piece. All right. And then that will get glued down. And then I'm going to cut this up. Here, this needs to come over quite a bit more, actually. There we go. There we go. There. Now that's folded over all the way. And then this comes right up here. Okay. See, I'm not taking a whole lot of time. You, of course, can take more time than I'm doing. For sure. And be, but this is going to be on my desk, and I'm just going to be grabbing those items out of it. Oop. So I'm going to glue down the one side. I suppose I could have gone ahead and done the next one, but I think the next one will be much easier. I want to get around that, all around the edges really well. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip this over. And flip these down and around. Okay. I'm sorry. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Ugh. It's like the finish on this box is not liking the art glitter glue, or the art glitter glue is not liking the finish on this box, which happens sometimes with especially when you're working with food grade products, you know. Yeah, especially. So now here we've got this piece I need to get broken out of. So I'm going to cut to down about halfway in between before the bottom. I'm leaving an inch before the bottom. And I'm going to cut to each corner. See, I can see what I'm doing now. Cut to each corner. And then here, the one that we've already got glued down, and that glue just does not want to stick. Glue just does not want to stick. That is just so irritating. Okay, and then here, I'm going to go ahead and cut straight down, and we can fold that down and around, and then this will get folded down. Okay. Let's go ahead. I wonder what... Let's try a little Fabri-Tac and see if that's going to work better, because this is going to get real finicky really fast, and I just want to get this done and keep working. Every time I grab something, it's like, okay, well, how am I gonna store this, or where am I gonna put it? And I am so out of storage bins. I do have some, but it's like, all right, so now I don't want to go and buy more storage bins. I don't think that what I'm making are great storage bins, but they're probably just about as good as I could get at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. Because, you know, that Dollar Tree, sometimes it's a great deal. But sometimes you get what you pay for, and the things just break. The first time you go to pick it up, the handle breaks or whatever, you know, and you're just like, tag gum. Okay, so with this, I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to line up where I cut down to the edge. See this here? This little edge right here, I want to cut my paper to that little edge. And I missed it by a little bit, so I just did a little thing like that. Okay. And then I'm going to fold that back over and up underneath there. And I didn't put any glue, and that held. And then I'm going to cut straight across to get that little piece off that we don't need. And then this will come around, and this will come down. So let me go ahead and put some glue on these pieces. And the Fabri-Tac is working much better. Oops. And let me pull this back out. Well, you know, it's stuck in there, and I think this piece goes over the top of it, so I think we're good. Get this little piece right here. And this little piece right here. Okay, so there's that. Now we just need to work on this side. Got a little thread in there. No biggie. Okay, so now I'm just going to fold this over, and it's going to go right down onto, there we go, onto the double-sided tape. Going to cut right down to the corner. Gonna put some Fabri-Tac on here. And push that up underneath there. And then put some Fabri-Tac on this paper. And bring this around. Okay, and then I'm going to pinch this so I can kind of see. I want to cut right to my edge. And then take this little extra piece off that we're not going to use. I'm going to put glue on this piece so I can tuck it up underneath that little corner piece there. And then put some on this piece. So we can just push that right in there. Alright, so the only thing we got left, this needs some Fabri-Tac. It's not wanting to stay down. And again, you guys can take a little bit better time with this and have it come out a little nicer. Okay, so what do we have left here? We've got I'm going to take, see if I can just, it's really kind of silly, but you know, I'm not going to worry about it. But I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put Fabri-Tac all the way around. Especially on the top and the bottom of the box. You know, the top and the top of this one and the bottom of this one. So that it just is going to help it hold together better. Alright. Then I'm just going to line this up. And make sure that I get that glued down on all of those surfaces. So we can push this down here like this. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but you know what I'm doing. I'm just running my hand along this surface. I hate gluing my fingers. Okay, so there we go. And then this side, gonna do the same thing. I had a little glob flowing out. Come on. Yep. Then I'm going to have a nice box. and better able to get all of my stuff into that one space, which is basically this size. But I only got, I had this in there, and then I was trying to stack other stuff in. But this is going to work so much better because I'm going more vertical. I'm getting two things, or all the same things in there, but I'm not going to be worried about dumping it over all the time because it's top heavy. That was another thing that was a pain in the tushy. Okay, so just going to lay this across here and get that down. Flip this over and do the same thing. Really take some time and burnish it down so that glue gets moved around and stuck down. And all of this is just kind of reinforcing the box as well. It's not going to be holding anything that's heavy, because I run through those gifts pretty quick. And then I'm just going to run this back here. I could do that. I don't think it needs it. So, and this is not going to need Fabri-Tac because it's paper on paper. And I don't see any reason to go ahead and cut this off. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just going to help hold everything together. And it's going to be prettier than this really neon-y, I don't know. I mean, to me it's split pea soup green, kind of, but more yellow. My husband was a little more graphic, you know, thinking baby poop color. It's not exactly what he called it, but you, I'm sure, with your imagination, can figure out what his words were. Oh, yeah. So, there we go. And these didn't get covered. I'm not that worried about it. This does need to get stuck down a little better. Come on. Okay. There we go. That is perfect because I can put all of my little gifts in this one. So all I'm doing is pulling and grabbing out because you can't really see much, but it's just going to be pulling and grabbing out. And then this stuff can all get placed in here. I use these things, all these different things for different things. So that's just some more paper that's ready for more things to be cut out. Yep. So I am just loving this. Gives me a lot more room. Some other things got stuck in here that don't need to be in here. I even have this little die that has these little bobbins. And so if they order things that are tiny, I can put the bobbin on there. I can put it on the bobbin. It's fun. It's fun. I enjoy it. Okay. Yay! I love that. That's perfect. Now I can flip through real easy. This does need to get, you know, more organized, and I will definitely do that. But yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. And I have, sometimes I need a card to put on, and if I have some cards that, like this has got some kind of sticky something on it. It's not sticky anymore, but it you know, it's stuck to it. This has some, now that's sticky. I'm just going to throw that one away. I didn't realize that was still sticky. Huh. I don't know what happened to that. We're going to take that one and throw it away because I don't want to get anything on product. So, and this has got a staple in it. So, you know, it's got a hole in it. And these are just kind of plain Jane cards anyway. That one's not, but it's got that blue stuff. So I just wrap things around them and make most of my stuff with, yeah, there we go. Thanks, guys. Love you much. Looks like my phone failed, so some of this will be on the phone and some of it won't. Bye.